guys can hear me fine. Making sure you guys can hear me. Making sure you guys can hear me before I start. Some pretty good lessons here today. What's CREX at, guys? And we'll start. What's the CREX quote? What's the CREX quote? I know it's a little lag. Base will calm down. No, okay, 250 about the same. Okay, so I'm going to start now. So today I actually started really slow. There's not much action pre-market in small caps. And so I was like, okay, the first step was done. No FOMO, didn't force trades, gave me time, ample time to work out a trading plan for all my stocks. I posted those plays on Twitter. So if you go to my Twitter, you'll see all my charts. And those charts were done pretty much right at the open using fantasy orders. And I nailed everything. Today's one of the days where, all my pre-market planning worked out. And I was up like almost $5,000 for the first half hour, guys. So I was like, holy shit, I'm up at $5,000 first half hour. Didn't size in much stuff. Playing just normal, adequate shares. I sized down because the volume, for some of these were not that great. And so when the volume's kind of lower, it ranges more. So it goes up and down a lot more. So you have to size down and widen your stops. We say that often all the time. If you're having problems, always stopping out, it's because perhaps try this. Your stops are too narrow. Size down and widen your stops. Play the range. That way it doesn't shake you out all the time. Sometimes you want to nail it so bad, you size up, but you don't give it enough room. So imagine if you size down half. I'm just making this up, right? Half. That means your range for a stop can be widened by half. And so that's been doing me very well. I've been sizing down and playing the range and zero stress. I made about the same yesterday, and then to this morning it was like $5,000. I was like, okay, it was just pretty much. So what happens when you get into a street, guys? When these things are just so easy, trading's not easy, right? But sometimes it feels like the basket, like with your Michael Jordan, is huge. That you're fucking top ticking shit. You just read it, and so that's what happened today. I got on a good streak, and I was like, okay. Usually I would walk away. I'll take my 5,000, work half an hour, go do my IG live. But then I kept on staring at INO. I kept on staring at it. I'm like, oh my God, this thing kept going down. And I'm like, oh my God. So I had the biggest FOMO. So subconsciously, I was like pissed off that I missed that one play. It's really stupid, guys. But this is one of the things that you have to watch out for as a trader. The greed, the arrogance. And that's why I said, the markets will humble you. If you're not humble, the markets will humble you. Here I am sitting on a $5,000 realized gain the first half hour and pissed off because I didn't fucking nail INO pre-market. I made a decision to actually avoid trading. I call that opportunity cost, because if I started trading INO, it would soak up most of my attention, because it's a very hard stock to play. It's been manipulated for weeks now. It's very difficult. The professional shorts are getting killed on that stock. Now they're making it back at last. So they've been bag holding a bunch of shorts and hurting bad. So today they finally made it back. And so it's one of those stocks that you're competing with the elite traders, including algos, the elite algo. This is a fucking stock that's over $5. Funds can buy it. It's been hyped on CNBC. Bill Gates is in it. What the hell am I got to do with it, right? So I made a correct decision this week, guys, to avoid INO. I scalped INO a little bit, but I avoided it. By avoiding it, it saved me opportunity costs. Because I would have been like all into it and traded the really hard stocks when I could just, play my niche, make my plans, and make $5,000 in half an hour, which I did. I did exactly like that. I gave up INO so that I can focus on the easier plays. So a lot of times when you're in your trading career, you're going to become with an opportunity where it just looks so damn attractive, like INO. But then you get all into it and then you miss all the easier plays. So you should always take a look at all the list of stocks that you're going to trade and rank them. You know, each person can be different because you have a different niche, a different style. And so I chose the ones which I knew I had a higher probability of making money on. Doesn't mean I will make money, but I have a higher probability. And INO is just one of those stocks that you just, you know, you how much size can I get and how much can I make? I have to go 5,000 shares and make a buck out of it. And this stock barely gave $1 the past 2 weeks, right? And so it was a very difficult trade. So I said, you know what, man, I'm going to go small size on everything else. So I cleaned up. I know I made $5,000. And then in the back of my mind, I'm like, fuck, I missed this stock. And it's one of those ego plays because I'm up. So once again, I talk about this a lot, guys, the cushion game. The cushion game got me today. So this is where I fucked up. So I was actually copy and pasting my P&L, which I really don't like to post, but you know, people like to see it once in a while because, you know, today was one of those slow days and I didn't size up, and it's one of those days where, you know, shit adds up. So I was up like $5,000 and I was screen capturing, and then I'm like, okay, time to do IG Live. And this is right at the zombie hour. And I was like, one more trade, guys. I'm gonna do one more fucking trade. A 1,500 share trade. 1,500 fucking share trade of CREX. That's it. I just want to make my $150, 10 cents go, and then, you know, and then go. Because why? Because I was so mad at INO that I needed to get that one extra fix. It's like a junkie. It's like a fucking junkie. Need one more fucking hit in my vein before I can leave the house. Because something triggered in my head. The arrogance triggered in my head. Like, how can I not participate in INO tanking? And so I was like, fuck this shit. I'm going to make one more fucking trade during the zombie hour. And then what happened? I dipped my toe. 1,500 fucking shares at $1.57 on CREX. Next thing you know, that fucking shit hit 220. I'm like, fuck. That 1,500 share stock. Now I'm down like $3,800 on the stock. I wiped out my whole day breaking the zombie rule. So that's when I realized, okay, man, I could do two things. Keep fighting this stupid stock, or let's calm the fuck down and realize, you know what, man, you fucked up. It's okay to take the fucking loss. And so I looked up, I did more research, and this is the problem with a lot of people, right? They only research when they're down. Not many people research a stock before they get in. Most people would only start to research the stock in detail when you're down. Because why? You're looking for an excuse to still be in that stock. Let me explain that to you again. This is one of the most dangerous signals that you should not be in the stock. It's when you start to dig for information to justify you being stupid. You know you're stupid. I should have been in that fucking stock. I broke the zombie rule. This stock was way over VWAP. It killed people. It's a low float that rotated. I'm looking for all the reasons to hold it. Looking up filings. Also, I'm a filings expert because I'm trying to convince myself that I'm not stupid. I'm trying to convince myself not to take the loss. I'm convincing myself that, you know what I did was right. And that kind of game will create your account to blow up. When you realize that you are now looking and researching a stock that you should have researched before you entered, that's a signal you should not be in the stock. It means you're upside down and you're an idiot and you need to get out. So I recognized that. I looked at it. I was like, you know what? It's not too late. I am going to take the loss the moment it dips. So I started taking the fucking loss at $2.02 all the way down to $1.89. I had like 10,000 shares. And at the end, I lost back $2,500. So I ended the day 2.7 thousand or some shit like that. So I basically lost half of my gains breaking a rule. But had I not, I would have blown my entire day. And who knows, I would have been in 20,000 shares and blown my entire week. So those are the turning points, I call it. I recognize these signals. Write this down, guys. Write this down. Some of these are the trading signals that, you know, each person is different. For me, when I start to research shit and start to look at filings in detail when I'm in a stock, it means I'm fucking down. It means I should not be in that stock. I'm looking for reasons to stay in that stock. So I took my loss. No one likes to take a loss, guys. $2,500 loss in 15 minutes is horrible, especially when you know you shouldn't be in there. I went for a $150 scalp, ended up losing 20 times almost. You see how stupid it is? That's what we said. It's very dangerous, very, very dangerous to break a rule, because you never know when dipping your toe is going to get your fucking hangnail stuck on a crocodile's tooth, pulled you in, and you're going to lose the bigger limb than your leg. You're going to lose the other limb that you don't want to fucking lose. And that was very close. That's why, what is CREX at now, guys? Is it 260? I covered this thing at 189. 202 to 189. 10,000 shares. Imagine if I just kept that. I would have been down another $5,000. But more than that, I would have added. I would have pulled out my other account and started adding. And that's how it happens. And that's why we have rules such as a zombie rule. So take a look at the stock right now. See what time it's zombied. Exactly at 10:30. I'm a freaking idiot. I did not want to take a $150 loss. Instead, I turned the $150 loss into a $2,500 loss. And in retrospect, that was a good decision. You know, I call it like this, guys. Either you win or you learn. Broke. There's only 3 scenarios. Either you win, you learn, or you go broke. Those that think it's bad luck, those that make excuses for you losing, it's going to eventually go broke. You know, I example why I lost. I accepted that loss. I posted to the members so that we can educate. And here I am talking about my loss to you, because you know this happens all the time. It's a combination of FOMO, because I missed another trade, a combination of arrogance, because I've been on a big streak, and also the cushion game. I was up way too fast, too much, and here I am just sitting around with nothing to do. Sitting around with a $5,000 P&L, just dabble. You know, it's like playing poker. You're up so much. Yeah, I'm gonna enter. These are your starting cards that you shouldn't enter, but they look attractive. And next you know, you're fucking all in on the river and you got beat, when you know you should not be in that hand. So it's the same thing with poker. Starting hands in poker are very important. Starting hands in blackjack are very important. Knowing the rules for trading is very important. Just because it's a small 1,500 share position, sometimes it will balloon up to a 10,000 share position, and now you're fucking stuck upside down. So I fucked up. And it's not the money I'm more pissed off. It's the fact that, you know, 20 years of trading, I'm still doing this shit. And it just shows you guys that trading is not easy. I can teach you the best strategies in the world. At the end of the day, it comes down to discipline. And this is why we have a network, a community to help us. If I was trading by myself, without Alex checking up on me, without the members that I have to be accountable for, without me having to do IG Live, I might still be fighting that shit and be down $20,000 right now from being up $5,000 in the morning. Because I've been there. How many of you guys have been there? Sometimes you have to, you know, have someone break you up, slap you and say, you know what, man, wake up from your stupidity. You know, a little slow down. So these are the rules. I know we know we should not be shorting zombie hours, all this stuff. Because why we break rules? We break rules because we get away with it and we are rewarded. How many times have you broken a rule and got rewarded for it? And that's what happens. It becomes a very bad habit. When you break your rule and you get rewarded, that becomes a bad habit that's very hard to fix. So, in my opinion, it's better for you to get clipped when you break a rule, but not die, just a little, you know, just a little nick. So this was a little nick for me. You know, $2,500. That you know, that was more than I used to make a month when I started my job right back in the day. But to lose that 15 minutes because you're a dumbass, 15 and a half an hour, right, because you're a dumbass, you know. But it teaches me a lesson. I'm still green for the day, up like 2.7, whatever it is. Alex posted some stuff. It's embarrassing, man. It's embarrassing that I'm still breaking these emotional things. Because you know what, man? We're human. We are human. So when you guys think, oh, Bal's a perfect trader, that we're all perfect traders. No, dude. We fuck up all the time. And that's why we have fences and rules and stop losses and things like that. So I fuck up all the time and I'm still able to make money. You know, if this is a big fuck up for me and I'm still up $2,500 in an hour of trading, I think that's okay. But at the same time, I'm a perfectionist. You know, I have to fucking take each loss seriously and not be arrogant to say, hey, I can afford it. Sure, I can afford it. But you know what? The next time comes around, I may not be able to afford it or want to afford it. And I speak this up because at some point in your career, you are going to be in this situation. And the sooner you figure out the trigger points, the sooner it is. And that's why you have a great community that is going to help you, that reminds you every moment, this is zombie hour, it's zombie hour, it's zombie hour, be careful. CRX is over rotation, float rotation, be careful, be careful, be careful. You know, if I don't hear that constantly every day, I may fuck up. You know, but if you hear it constantly, zombie hour, zombie hour, zombie hour, you will step back and think about it. And so when people go, oh, I can trade on my own, sure you can trade on your own. But why would you? This is pretty much like working with other professional traders who's going to help you avoid. So most of the time, guys, is you making money, but the other half time is you losing money. And if someone can help you prevent you from losing money, you know, that's huge. Me sitting in the room, people asking me, when are you going to do your IG live? So I postponed it to lose money. See how stupid it was? I postponed my IG live by half an hour to lose money. That was one last trade on the way out. And I knew it was going to be like this. And I was like, okay, man, I didn't think it's going to go up for fucking 220. But when I went to fucking from 140 to fucking 220, that's a 50% move. I was just lucky that I was sizing small all the way up, but I kept on adding. 1.5 thousand shares ballooned to a 10,000 position. You know, and I was, you know, thank God that I, you know, been here before. And so I was able to take the loss. No one likes to take a $2,500 loss, but sometimes you have to take it. So my fuck up was right there. And I hope you guys don't do the same thing I do. And this is why if you see your tab being quiet and all that stuff, right? You should check up on them. Because when Alex sees I'm fucking quiet, he always checks up on me. And that little checkup goes a long way, because then I kind of snap out of the delirium that I'm in. You know, sometimes all you saw is tunnel vision. So if someone snaps you out of it, oh, fuck, okay. And so that's exactly what happened. Thank God I'm still green and stuff, but the money, like I said, man, the money doesn't mean much. It's the way you make the money that's most important. Because the way you make the money is going to be how it's going to determine your future. Because it's all about a repeatable process, consistency. Making a one-off win is not going to fucking change your life. Okay, unless you fucking buy some options and you get lucky and then it's up 20,000%. You know, making a $2,000 one time is not going to change your life forever. But knowing how to make $100 a day consistently over and over will change your life forever. Let me repeat that, guys. Making a one big P&L win, even if it's 5,000, is not going to change your life forever. But knowing how to make $100 every single day, that is going to change your life. And that's the reason why I get very upset when I break my process. I deviate from my process, I get dinged. When I work in my process, and this is the process we teach at MIC, guys, and people are doing this all the time. Okay? That's what it is, guys. So don't focus on the wins. Focus on the way that you won. Did you stick to the process? Even if you stuck to the process, you lost. Dude, I think that's a very good trade. Either you win, you learn, or you go broke. There's just no way around that, guys. And I've been here, man. If we didn't come up with the zombie rule, I would be fighting CREX right now. And might be down 20,000, 40,000. That's how, you know, I lost on things like Lake, $100,000 on LAKE back in the day. I had some big monster losses before, you know, we had the max loss rules and all that stuff. Because I was still trying to like figure this out to help members, right? I'm like, dude, there's one missing component. And I'm going to repeat it again. The same thing I said the last IG Live. The missing component, guys, of trading is this. That people don't understand. The missing component of trading that no one understands is not trading. That's the secret. That is the missing last piece of the puzzle. Not trading. If I just walked out, I'd be up $5,000 feeling good as shit. And then, you know, I'm walking around at $2,500 could buy me like 20 of, how much? Shit, man. Lifetime supply of these $10 black t-shirts. You know? not trading is the missing component that most traders don't realize. They always think that they have to trade more. They have to trade more. No, they don't. You trade when it's optimal. Just like we talked about back in the day, comparing it to a hand of blackjack. Imagine if you can see your whole cards, meaning you see both your blackjack cards and the dealer's cards of blackjack before you bet. Would you be betting on 12 or 16? No. Why are you doing that with trading? Why are you getting into a situation where it's not optimal in your favor? Me shorting into the highs on a zombie hour of CRX is like having a 16 and trying to pull a 5 to beat the dealer who has a 20. Ain't gonna happen, guys. It may happen one time, and that's why the bad habits happen. Ooh, I got bailed out. Woo, I banked, baby, I banked. But that was a horrible trade. The next time, you're not gonna get lucky. You're gonna bust. You're not gonna pull that 5. You're 16, you're gonna pull a fucking 10, and you're gonna bust. And I wanna say that one more thing before we go on. When you break a rule and win, you often win the minimum. When you break a rule and win, you often win the minimum. But when you break a rule and lose, you will most of the time lose the maximum. Right, guys? When you break a rule, you lose. You will only stop out when you run out of money. And that's why we advocate hard stops. We advocate calling your broker to set the max daily loss. Whew. Okay, that was a handful, but you know, from my losses, I love to talk about my losses so that it can show you how to improve, because it also helps me. And so this is a process that you should talk to your tab when you lose. When you lose, discuss these losses. But also, when you win, discuss how to make it better. So, me talking about it to you guys is going to improve my game for next time. I've already improved. I was able to take the fucking $2,500 loss and walk away. Versus probably down 10 grand now if I keep on doing it. Whew. Okay, now for the big announcement, guys. Let me bring on Alex. Alex, raise your hand so I can see you. So these are the things that we teach at MIC, guys. Process, risk management, mental game is huge. You see the best traders out there having one moment of lapse in their fucking judgment, and they blow up their account. Happens all the time. Doesn't mean you're a bad trader. Just means you couldn't control yourself at that one moment. How many have that happen? All the time, guys. All it takes is one time. And that's why we always have to keep on our toes. And we have to help one another. That's why the community is great. Community is there to help you. All right, Alex, I'm going to put you on here.
Yo, you see me?
Oh, shit, is that you?
Yeah, that's fucking me. That's me.
Whoa.
This is what quarantine looks like, bro. It's not all fucking sunshine and rainbows out here.
Woo-wee. You should shave like MIC on your freaking beard.
I could do anything with this beard, but shit, man. I think I scared the shit out of you, bro. I don't think I've ever seen that shit in my life. You're like, you fucking jumped at this shit.
It's like me opening my account and seeing I'm fucking stuck on CREX at the bottom. But okay, here's a great announcement, Alex. I'm gonna have you announce it, and then we'll talk about it. So let me talk about this, okay?
Yeah,
so,
you said, yeah, go for it.
So when we started MIC, my whole focus was to help members, and we created a program called the Member Appreciation Program. It's called MAP, Member Appreciation Program, MAP. Okay, where we actually thank the members and appreciate them helping. Because I'm telling you, when you join a community, guys, it's not just about Bal and Alex. It's about all you guys. There's no way that we can help everybody without others helping one another. Members helping members is the cornerstone at MIC. It's not a competitive environment. We pick and choose who enter. We actually turn down a lot of people who want to join because they're an asshole. You know, we're not here to pump plays. We're here to help one another. And in doing so, everyone becomes self-sufficient. And so we would like to, right now, thank and appreciate all the members that have helped other members along the way. And we did how many rounds of this program? Like 5 times already?
It's been 5. I think it's 5 or 6 times already.
So if you're not on this list, so this is a random thing. I woke up one day, I'm like, you know, man, we haven't done a map in a while. The last time we did was Christmas or January. So we wanted to thank everybody because I know times are tough right now, guys, with the quarantine and everything. And I'm still so glad that people are helping one another. And so we want to reach out and say thank you and give a little reward and nominate and actually just give people props. So Alex will post the names. And if you're not on this list, doesn't mean that you didn't help people. It just means that we didn't get you around this time because we can only choose. We like to choose 20 people, but I think we were up to like 25 or 30 now.
Yeah, we started to pick 15 people, and then it went to 20 people, and then it went to 25 people.
Yeah, so you know what? If you didn't get picked, it means a couple of things. It means that you might have been picked the last round because we don't want to keep everybody's a superstar every time, right? There's superstars and you know we'd like to give other people the opportunity. So just because you're a superstar doesn't mean that we do not recognize that. We love you guys, okay? But and then number 2 is, you know, there's always next time, guys. You know, so Alex, I want to read out the list and put it up on the screen as you read the list.
Yeah, I mean, I want to add one more thing before I continue is that, you know, the reason why we do this is because we realize how important it is for members to help members at MIC. Our community is built on the fact that once you kind of make it and you get it, to send the elevator back down and help other people, because we all know what it was like starting with, I don't know, a couple $100, a couple $1,000, no one really helping us. But we want to encourage everyone to help people out. And this is kind of our way of rewarding those that are helping other members the most. So this is the list that we came up with.
I call it Pay It Forward. I've been doing the Pay It Forward movement on Twitter, as you know, for like decades now. So this is our way of just saying thank you, guys.
Yep. So we got Brandon W, we got Adam W, and we got Cedric, who are all tabs together, believe it or not. Ready Player One, Will, Edson, Faye, Midtown, Vic, Sunny Trader, Oren, Math, Mike Tran, Flash, Pima, Aviators, JJG, Nadzer, Todd, Mario, Trevor, 59fish, Nickel, and Dino. So expect a DM from Oliver, and that's where you get your special gift.
Yep, we're giving each person, I think, $50 credit for any you know, $50 worth of gear in the store. Makes it easy because we used to send out stuff and man, the act of sending it out and boxing was just horrible. So now the store is there. We actually make no money on the store, by the way, guys. We don't mark it up.
And any money we do make, we donate to charity.
So, and there's really no money in the t-shirt business because, like, you know, you see a $25 price. It doesn't mean we're making $25, guys. It costs us $20, and the $5 goes towards, you know, paying someone to freaking do it. So we don't make money on this stuff.
It's funny, do you remember when we first started this map program that you had everyone trying to copy it? You had people trying to throw pizza parties.
First they bashed us.
Oh yeah, of course.
They said, you know what? MIC is a scammer. Alex is a scammer. Why is he selling T-shirts? He cannot trade, and so he's trying to make money off selling T-shirts. I'm like, you fucking kidding me? So, and then now they started. You know, everyone's doing T-shirts. Everyone's doing this stuff, but consistency is the way that I like to trade, and consistency is. When you look at someone, guys, this is how you do it. Words are cheap, guys. Words are cheap. Even actions, one-off actions, could just be cheap. But consistency is how you become successful at trading. Consistency is how you become a good human being. And so we kept this map program running very consistently every quarter or so, every 2 quarters.
Yeah.
And so those guys, we'll post it in the room, guys. Thank you. I appreciate from the bottom of my heart all you guys helping each other.
Yep. It's awesome, man. It's awesome to see it. I'm glad. And it's like, if you have someone that you would like to personally nominate for the map program, just DM me. Maybe give me a reason why you think they should be nominated, and we'll kind of review it and take it from there. But like Bao said, don't feel like if you were not selected that we did not realize your hard work. This is just a game that it's not going to happen this time. It might happen next time. We tried to keep it to 15 people, and we had to add 10 extra people on there too. So.
Hey, Faye said we need more slutty girl shirts.
Okay. That's not my department, bro. That's not my department.
I don't want Tosh be wearing it though. That's the problem. Alex can come out a little crop top or something.
Oh my God.
So if you want anything added to the store, guys, just hit up Oliver. Oliver can bring. You know, Oliver's the guy that's helping us do this stuff. So if you want a slutty T-shirt, let him know. Design it, and we'll put it in the store.
Awesome. I love it.
Anything else, Alex?
That's it, man. That's it. I mean, the last thing is if you guys have any questions about trading or stock market, I mean, we've had the best opportunities I've ever seen in my entire life in the market. Every day we have 5 or 6 different plays every single day, liquidity, volume, everything. So while you are in this quarantine, while you are stuck at home, there's no better opportunity to get a jump start on your trading education. So if you're sitting at home, if you're bored, if you don't know what to do, shit, man, why not try to learn a skill that will be here forever?
Yep. Great, guys. If you have any questions, hit up Tosh. I'm
That's
going to
it,
keep this
guys.
short and sweet, guys. I'll see you guys back in the room. All right.
Later.
All right. Bye, guys.